Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the CCBA National Championships. Game 2 of the day between the visitors, Carleton University Ravens, and the home team, the Concordia University Stingers. Here's your starting lineup for the visitors from Carleton University. Leading off, the shortstop, number 17, Manny Restrepo. Batting second, the third baseman, number 11, Mike Heffer. Batting third, the DH, number 20, Ryan Burnside. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 19, Ethan Diamandis. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 25, Spencer Shelton. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 44, Dalen Coshin. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 30, Liam Jones. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 21, John Calvia. Batting ninth, the left fielder, number 34, Jordan Harcourt. Starting pitcher for Carleton University, number 16, Alex Dajuni. Here's your starting lineup for the Concordia Stingers. Leading off, the second baseman, number 30, Kyle Hazel. Batting second, shortstop, number 13, Bruce Tejada. Batting third, the first baseman, number 19, Stephen Brady. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 21, Giuliano Leggio. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 40, Dave Fontaine. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 33, Sam Fagan. Batting seventh, center fielder, number 24, Frederick Lalonde. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 35, Chandler Philippa. Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 4, Mike Macarios. Starting pitcher for the Carleton Ravens, number 49, Shane Mullen. Correction, the Concordia Stingers.
Game 2 of 4 here from Royals Field in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Welcome back to our coverage of the 2017 CCBA National Baseball Championships. My name is Julian McKenzie. Mike Augustine here on the broadcast with me. The second of 4 games here today, Carleton versus Concordia. Both teams playing their second game at this tournament. I am of the belief that this could be a very fun game to watch. Carleton coming in with their high-powered offense. They put up 10 runs yesterday. Concordia, they lost to McGill, but they put together a 6-run effort in one of the more entertaining games of this tournament.
Yes, indeed, Julian. This will be a interesting matchup. They've played each other in the semifinals in the Northern Conference, and I believe Carleton beat Concordia. I'd like to go through the lineups here. I don't think we get enough time.
We'll go through them as the game progresses, but leading off here, Manny Restrepo playing at shortstop for Carleton. He's the team leader in stolen bases and in batting average.
Yeah, Restrepo yesterday 1 for 2 with 2 walks. So that's what you want in your leadoff hitter. Get on base and do some damage. So here we go. This is I was waiting for this game. I'm excited to see what's going to happen here. Like, we've been predicting pitching duels and all this stuff, and I just don't know what's going to happen, so I'm excited to see what's going to...
Well, it's the beauty of tournament baseball. Anything can happen here. And I don't think a lot of people would have given Concordia 6 runs on McGill. Though they didn't get the win, still an impressive effort, including a 3-run blast from Giuliano Leggio, the catcher for the Stingers today. Shane Mullen was in the DH spot yesterday. He throws strike 1 to Manny Restrepo. Shane Mullen for Concordia. 2-1 record as a pitcher in the regular season. An ERA of 180. Say the Stingers are putting their best foot forward here. You need the wins in this tournament as Restrepo hits one foul.
Yeah, this is a big game for both teams, obviously, but for Concordia, they're bringing out the big guns here with the starting pitcher, Mullen.
Concordia playing their one game today. Carleton, alongside Acadia, both these two teams will play twice today. The only teams on the schedule are playing twice. As Restrepo hits one right to the shortstop's glove. It's an easy grab for Bruce Tejada. That's one out. Mike Heffer.
Now batting
In the first day of the tournament, he hit a 2-run home run.
Yeah, it was that was a blast. You wanted home runs and we got it early on, and Heffer, that was a big hit for the Ravens. That kind of opened up the floodgates a bit.
We started the day with the 15-0 drubbing put on by McGill on Acadia, featuring two teams who have yet to hit a home run. And now we have a game where Carleton and Concordia, both teams hit home runs in their 2017 tournament debuts. Heffer gets a piece of the pitch from Mullen, falls behind him. Count is 1-1.
Mullen seems like he's a short arm pitcher, meaning that he kind of keeps his elbow in closer to his body. If it works for you, go for it.
Check swing from Heffer and a strike from Mullen. 1-2 is the count. Concordia last winning a championship in 2009 as Macarios makes a throw to first. What a dart.
Yeah, nice play by Macarios. That was deep in the hole at third, and strong arm by him. It was a big bat of Burnside. Hit that home run off the scoreboard yesterday. That was a treat.
20,
Ryan Burnside and his brother Ty Burnside, who's not in the lineup, was not in the starting lineup today. Both players hitting a home run in the same inning. Their parents were in attendance yesterday, so parents got to see both their sons hit a home run.
That's fun. That's fun to see for a parent. It's especially when there's brothers playing on a team and they did so well yesterday. So I'm sure they're extremely proud.
Ryan Burnside, third on the team in batting average during the regular season at .387. Led the team with 24 RBI.
Like I was saying yesterday, just Burnside's demeanor in the batter's box. He's a professional hitter. He's calm. He's relaxed.
And a strike thrown by Shane Mullen.
Also, let's talk about the umpires in this game. Behind the plate, J.P. Richard. On the bases, Steve Clark and Craig Hope.
Swing and a miss, strike two. J.P. Richard has worked at home plate before in this tournament. I believe in either the first or the second game he was on.
I think it was the first game, Julian.
That ball just falling
ball
right
four.
behind the catcher, and on ball four, Ryan Burnside will take first base.
Yeah, nice hustle by Burnside. You just never know if... I've seen it done before where there's a walk and the catcher misses it. And you can get to second base with a little bit of luck, but nice job by the catcher there. A little bit of
Now
hustle by
batting, the catcher number
Diamandis.
19.
We've also seen
Ethan Diamandis.
We've also seen a drop third strike in this tournament as well. Ethan Diamandis stepping up to the plate. Takes strike one from Mullen. Diamandis, usually the Carleton catcher, and that's his position today. So he'll be the battery mate of Alex Lajeunesse.
Amanda's good game yesterday, 2 for 4 with a double.
Mullen throws one, rolled outside, another ball thrown. Awaiting the pitch from Mullen. Diamandis hits this one into right field, just escaping the glove of Stephon Brady. And just like that, the Ravens have 2 men on base. And here comes Spencer Shelton. Hit a triple yesterday.
Now batting.
Yeah,
Center
2 for
fielder
3
number
with a triple
25,
yesterday. Once again,
Spencer Shelton.
Julian, first inning jitters by the pitcher Shane Mullen. I don't think we've seen a game where both pitchers got out of the first without any runs. So
Absolutely.
once again, it's almost it's an ongoing thing here in this tournament.
Absolutely. We have yet to see a game where a run was not scored in the first inning. Shane Mullen, 2 outs here. There's 2 Ravens on base. Dalen Corshen on deck for Carleton. Awaiting the 1-0 from Mullen. That ball hit into shallow center. Actually, just missing shallow center. An easy catch in the infield. And just like that, Carleton fails to get any runs on the board atop the first. Concordia will take the at-bats in the bottom half of the first. Still 0-0 here on Bell TV 1.
The Carleton Ravens in the top of the first inning.
Bottom of the first, Carleton versus Concordia here at the 2017 CCBA National Baseball Championships
Leading off
in
for the Concordia
Fredericton,
Stingers in
New
the bottom
Brunswick.
half of the
Julian
first
McKenzie,
inning.
Mike
Second
Augustine
baseman,
here
number
with
30,
you.
Kyle
Hazel leading off for the Concordia Stingers against Alex Lajeunesse. He's had to deal with some arm issues in the last little while, but if he's on, he's on. And he has a regular season win for Carleton and an ERA of 183.
Yeah, George was telling us that the last time he pitched was September 20th, which is literally a month ago. So let's see what he's got here in this big game.
Throwing pitches down to Kyle Hazel.
Yeah, Hazel 0 for 5 yesterday, so he's definitely going to want a better time at the plate for this game against the Ravens.
Tied for the team lead in RBI during the regular season at 17. Takes a strike. Hazel staring down a 2-2 pitch from Lajeunesse. Lajeunesse shrugging off and then okaying the sign from Ethan Diamandis. The pitch comes in, it's high and up. 3-2, full count.
Good at bat by Hazel. That's what you want to lead off. Work the count.
Full count pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's the first strikeout for Lajeunesse.
Comes Tejada. Bruce Tejada, shortstop. 0 for 3 yesterday.
Now
Stolen
batting the
base and a
shortstop,
run, though, so he
number 13,
got on
Bruce
base
Tejada.
and scored a run.
The pitch from Lajeunesse. A little blooper into the outfield, in the infield, excuse me, easily caught by Dalen Corshen. Makes his trot from first base to make the snag, and Concordia already out in 2 outs
Now
in the
batting
bottom half of the first
baseman,
inning. We may
number
actually
19,
see an
Stephen
inning without a
Brady.
first inning without a run.
You know what? You just jinxed him, Julian, my man. See what Brady can do here.
Don't put. This is a team effort here. It's not just me. It's a team effort. Ride together, die together. That's how these things work.
Ride or die.
Lajeunesse pitching to Stephon Brady.
He's 2 for 3 yesterday. So, had a good start to his tournament.
2 strikes. Lajeunesse is starting to throw some heat.
He's pumping the strike zone. That's what you want. Attack the hitter.
Low and outside, and
Yeah,
that's a ball thrown.
it's a good 0-2 pitch, Julian. Slowing away, kind of. Got
It's
him.
inside, and that is a strikeout. Lajeunesse retiring the side. First time all tournament we've seen a first inning go without a run. We enter the top of the second. Carleton returns to take their at-bats. We'll be back after this. To the top of the second we go. Carleton Concordia, the second of 4 games here at the 2017 CCBA National Baseball Championships. Julian McKenzie, Mike Augustine here on the Bell TV1 webcast. Thank you so much for joining us for our continuing
Leading off for
coverage
Carleton in the
from Royals
top of the
Field
second.
on Matt
First
Stairs
baseman,
Way.
number 44,
Matt
Dalen
Stairs,
Kuchen.
obviously one of the biggest sets of pride for the province of New Brunswick, one of 3 major leaguers to have come from this province, along with Real Cormier and Jason Dixon, who threw out the first pitch during the opening ceremonies yesterday evening.
Yeah, Jason was up here in the booth for a little while. It's nice to see him. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Korshen hits one straight to Tejada, throws the first. Korshen is out. Matt Stairs,
Now batting the second baseman,
hitting
number
coach
30,
for the Philadelphia
Liam
Phillies,
Jones.
team he won a World Series championship with.
Yeah, he usually comes back to Fredericton in the winter months and coaches a local high school hockey team over here, but don't really know what he's up to this winter.
I believe he's actually coaching that high school team tonight. During a hockey game tonight. So
okay.
He won't be around the ball diamond. He'll be around the ice rink.
Hockey and baseball in one day. That's New Brunswick for you, my friend.
Liam Jones at bat for Carleton. Shane Mullen continues to pitch. 2-1 count.
This is Jones's first at bat of the tournament, I believe.
Ball thrown outside. 3-1 count on Jones.
It's nice to have depth on your ball team. You can stick a guy in there for the second game. You can mix and match with pitchers. It's nice to see, especially, like I said, in a tournament like this, to have some guys with depth who can play different positions.
3-2 count for Liam Jones, batting .143 during the regular season. He's been struck out 4 times in the year. Way outside, and he gets walked. And all ready to start the second inning. The Carleton Ravens have a man on base. And here comes John Kalivas. Not a particularly great regular season for him, batting .159.
Now batting the right field,
but
number
he was still
21,
able to put up
John
15 RBI.
Calvillas.
I believe Kalivas came in defensively yesterday. Didn't get in that bat.
Pick off got him first. Got him.
Oh.
Shane Mullen catches Liam Jones napping, and it's an out for the Ravens. Already 1 out here.
Just from this vantage point, Julian, he was definitely nice pickoff, but Jones hesitated and he was back really slow. So nice job by Mullen.
A swing and a hit right into the glove of Tejada again. It's a routine throw to first, and just like that, the side has been retired.
Yeah, we're rolling along here, my friend.
We enter the bottom of the second in just a moment. Back at it here in the bottom of the second.
Leading off
Concordia
for
and
Concordia in the
Carleton.
bottom of the second, their catcher,
Giuliano
number 21,
Leggio had a big day
Giuliano
yesterday.
Leggio.
A 3-run home run, which put some runs on the board for Concordia. Brought some life into them against their game against McGill. Swings and misses.
Yeah, that kind of woke up the Concordia team with that 3-run jack. I don't know if we're going to see any home runs today, my friend. We'll see, but yesterday was kind of just a
You're
wild
saying
day.
that purposefully now. You're saying you're not expecting home runs, but there's now that you say that,
Well,
watch him hit a home run at this at bat. Swings and misses again, and he's sat down. Alex Lajeunesse is dealing so far.
He's got some pop in the fastball, my friend.
3 strikeouts for Lajeunesse.
Yes, sir.
He's gone. Think about it. This is his 5th batter he's going up against now, and he struck out 3 of the 4 he's already faced.
Dave Fontaine up now. 0 for 3 yesterday.
Lajeunesse throws a strike.
He's pumping the strike zone. That's for sure.
Now batting left field, number 40, Dave Fontaine.
The 0-1. That's hit into right field. It'll land.
That's a double, Julian. Might go 3 here.
Fontaine, he's got wheels. He's going to stay at second. John Kalivas out in right. Tried to field it. If he held a second longer, perhaps he would have seen a triple out of Fontaine.
Yeah, any sort of bobble out there. Fontaine was getting the wave over the third baseman. Good job by the right fielder.
Sam Fagan in the DH spot. He's up at bat next. Shane Mullen pitching in this game was the DH yesterday.
This is Fagan's first at bat of the tournament.
Lajeunesse with the pitch. Ball one. David Fontaine staying in second.
Yeah, Fontaine, he's got a nice lead at second, that's for sure.
The pitch.
There, let's
throw it back to second. Goes off the glove of the second baseman. Fontaine will stay there. Fagan showed bunt. Goes straight into the glove of Diamandis. He throws to second. But the second baseman, Mike Heffer, unable to glove it.
I think that was Restrepo. Yeah, I think Restrepo caught that, kind of bobbled it a bit.
The 1-1. Strike two from Alex Lajeunesse, who already has 3 strikeouts to this point.
Something like that with that play at second. Fontaine took a couple extra steps because he thought Fagan was going to get that bunt down. That's why the catcher threw it back to second, because he was hit no man's land.
Lajeunesse not happy about that last pitch. Thrown for a ball. Kind of veered towards the outside of the plate. The pitch.
Got him.
He sits down. His 4th batter, Sam Fagan, the latest victim of the right-hander Alex Lajeunesse from Concord, New Hampshire.
Yeah, Lajeunesse is pumping the strike zone. Concordia's got to be ready to hit here.
Center fielder.
He's been very aggressive.
Frederick Lalonde.
Frederick Lalonde, who made some plays out in center field yesterday.
Yeah, he did. Eh? That was a couple of nice plays in center.
He steps up to the plate. Still with a man on second, 2 outs. Oh, and the dirt ball 1.
Oh, really?
Is that Kevin?
Kevlov with food in his mouth,
The
if you can
stats
believe
man,
that.
Kevin has returned to our broadcast booth as the throw to second is made. The pickoff attempt. Didn't look like he got the base runner in time, as Fontaine's still at second.
See, there's another thing with Restrepo and Lajeunesse. It's another split second. They would have got Fontaine at second. He was dead as a doornail out there. He's got a big lead out there at second. Very aggressive.
Lajeunesse darts back to second. He looked forward, then back again, then back to the plate in front of him. Pitch going off the bat of Lalonde and behind home plate for a foul.
So I can breathe a sigh of relief. We have our stat man, Kevlov, back in the booth with us after a couple of games absence.
Smells like pizza.
He smells like pizza. But believe it or not, he can't smell pizza. So, just a side
that is probably the most interesting tidbit we've brought up in this tournament. So you smell like pizza. Our stats person smells like pizza, but he's unable to smell it.
Yes. Sadly, because
is that a nose condition? Is it just pizza? Is it limited to fried chicken? Like what is it?
Well, we're going to have an interview in between games.
Between games with Kevin. 2-1 count. Lajeunesse throwing a ball. 3-1 count. Poor stats man. He just gets ripped on, man. He just has a job to do, and he just comes in smelling like food. And he can't even tell.
No, Kevin, stay here with me. Stay here with me.
Can't even tell. The 3-1 from Lajeunesse. That ball hit into right field. It's caught by Kalivas. That's going to do it for the second. We've gone through 2 innings, 2 scoreless innings between the Carleton Ravens and the Concordia Stingers. Still no runs between these two sides as we enter the third. Top of the third here, Concordia taking on Carleton at the 2017 CCBA National Baseball Championships. in Fredericton, New Brunswick.
Leading off
We're
for
live
Carleton
from
in the top of the
Royals
third.
Field.
Fielder number 35,
Julian
Jordan
McKenzie, Mike
Harcourt.
Augustine here with you on the Bell TV 1 webcast. Shane Mullen still pitching for Concordia. No score between these two sides as Jordan Harcourt takes to the plate. Jordan Harcourt batting 179 during the regular season. 2 balls thrown to him.
He came in defensively, I think, in the 7th inning last game. This is his first at bat.
That ball just escaping the glove of Giuliano Leggio. And manager Howie Schwartz once again coming out to field the ball behind the plate.
Yeah. Like I said, Howie wants to stay warm over there.
It's still beyond me why we need a longtime manager like Howie Schwartz, who's had the success he's had fielding balls that, speaking of fielding, the third base coach along the line for Carleton unable to field the foul ball.
He always gets some oohs and ahs when he can't field something at the third base box.
I believe yesterday, I believe the first base coach from Concordia took a tumble. I
Ooh.
remember that one.
Yeah, that was a frozen rope. Almost knocked him down, almost knocked him in the head. Nice pitch.
Shane Mullen gets a strikeout on Jordan Harcourt, and it's 1 away in the 3rd inning. Manny Restrepo up next
Now
for the
batting
Ravens.
Shortstop number 17.
See if Restrepo can
Manny
do something
Restrepo.
here, get on base, get some movement. This is, I like this. This is turning into kind of a pitching duel. Once again, we're probably jinxing it. But
1 strikeout for Shane Mullen so far, while
yeah, that was,
the pitching of Alex Lajeunesse been stellar so far for Carleton.
that was a nice 2-2 pitch by Mullen.
That ball just inside, just missing Restrepo. Waiting the pitch from Mullen. Restrepo connects.
Fair.
There's fair. Macarios launches it to first.
Hope he called it foul down the line.
Looked like he did. It'll be a 1-1 count. It looked as if it may have been fair, but it was called foul. Michael Macarios would have, well, granted, Restrepo did hold back, but Macarios did have a chance at still getting him at first.
Talk about the game inside the game with Restrepo and Fontaine. Last inning, Restrepo was kind of playing mind games with him at second base. Little things like that I enjoy watching.
Pitch from Mullen. It's a pop up into the infield. Macarios
lost in
trying
the
to get
sun.
under it. He does. 2 outs in the top of the 3rd. Still no runs between these two teams.
Nice job of Macarios there. He kind of lost it in the sun, gathered himself, used his glove
Now
to
batting
shade
the
the
third
sun.
baseman, number 11, Mike
And,
Heffer.
Yeah, did a great job.
Mike Heffer at bat for Carleton. 2 outs in the top half of the 3rd inning. Pitch from Mullen. That ball is hit deep into left center at the wall, and it's caught by Fontaine. And that'll do it for the top half of the 3rd inning. No runs between these two teams as we enter the bottom of the 3rd. Bottom half of the 3rd inning here, Concordia taking on Carleton. The two teams with
Leading off
names
for
that start with
Concordia,
the
the
letter
bottom
C
of the 3rd.
sometimes have tripped up our stadium
The
operator,
right fielder,
Mark
number
Sibley.
34, Chandler.
Knock on wood, they
Philippa.
won't trip us up here on the CCBA, more C's, the National Baseball Championships here on Bell TV 1 webcast. Julian McKenzie, Mike Augustine, I should say. So I can't get the C's down, but I get your name wrong. So you have to get one mishap in.
Well, you can call me Augie Augustine. Eh? It's like Tommy Thompson.
Alex Lajeunesse has been dealing so far as that pitch is ruled foul. Alex Lajeunesse has been dealing so far.
Yeah.
4 strikeouts for the right-hander.
Yeah, just that double from Fontaine is the only markup for Lajeunesse. It's been throwing well.
Hasn't pitched in in over a month, and he's been lights out for Carleton, but the score remains 0-0. The pitch from Lajeunesse hit foul by Chandler Philippas.
Philippas 0 for 2 yesterday with 2 walks and a run scored.
They throw a ball there to Philippas. He's batting 170 in the regular season. The 2-2. Another foul off the bat of Philippas.
Something like that, if you struggled in the regular season, you kind of want to reset and totally forget about your batting average and your stats and stuff like that. It's almost like a new season when it comes to the Nationals. Nice pitch.
Low one, and we'll have full count. Three-two. Swings and a miss, strike 3. That's strikeout number 5 from Alex Lajeunesse. Making his way and tearing his way through the Concordia lineup.
Now batting the third baseman,
this is fun to watch, Julian. Two pitchers going at it.
Macarios.
Comes Mike Macarios. He was 1 for 2 yesterday with 2 walks and 2 runs. So he did his job at the bottom of the lineup.
Tied for the team lead in RBI. Swings and misses on the first pitch he sees from Lajeunesse.
Extra juice on that last one, Julian. Lajeunesse he's warm, he's ready.
The 0-1. Macarios catches a piece of the ball and it falls out of play for a foul ball. 1 out, bottom of the third. Still no score between Carleton and Concordia. Lajeunesse throws this one a little outside. 1-2 count. The pitch, another one outside. Lajeunesse just was in the control on that delivery there.
Yeah, he overthrew that one a little bit. He held on to the ball just a split second too long. It happens.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Lajeunesse. That's 6 for him now.
He's wheeling and dealing here. And it's up to Concordia to get something going and right back to the top of the lineup here with Hazel.
The next victim up potentially is Kyle Hazel. Trying to solve Lajeunesse right now
30,
for the maroon and
Kyle
gold.
Hazel.
Maybe easier said than done. As Lajeunesse throws a strike.
His delivery is very free and very easy, so that's why it's pop of the mitt. It's nice, easy flow to his delivery.
That ball lands foul.
We've seen a lot of herky-jerky deliveries over this tournament, and Lajeunesse has very complete delivery. He's not doing too much. He's just up there using his legs.
That ball hit into center left. Pop out and it's caught. And just like that, after 3 innings of play, no runs between these two sides as we enter the top of the 4th. Julian McKenzie, Mike Augustine here with you on the Bell TV1 webcast.
Leading off for Carleton, the top of the 4th inning.
To the top of the 4th we go. No runs between Carleton and Concordia. Ryan Burnside, who hit a home run yesterday against Acadia, leads off for the Ravens. The pitch from Shane Mullen takes a bounce into the glove of Stephon Brady, and that's out number 1.
Burnside kind of antsy there with
catcher number 19, Ethan Diamandis.
Leading off there in the 4th, swinging, first pitch swinging.
The catcher, Ethan Diamandis, at the dish next.
Single
Takes
in the
ball
force.
1.
Julian singled in the first, stranded at first base.
Another one outside, ball 2.
Typical Canadian saying sorry.
The 2-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1 on Diamandis.
Diamandis swinging from his shoe tops. Is that a Noggyism?
Could be. Strike 2. Count is at 2-all now. Diamandis hitting .211 on the year. 15 RBI. Takes the 2-2. Fouled off his bat.
I like Diamandis' aggressive approach. He's not messing around.
Still 2-2 count for Ethan Diamandis, the catcher for the Carleton Ravens. Diamandis hits one foul. Top of the 4 here, no runs between these two sides. We've seen a pretty good pitcher's duel. Shane Mullen holding the fort, but Alex Lajeunesse striking out a number of Concordia Stingers batters, leaving them in his wake.
Mullen just threw that curveball there. He didn't snap. Didn't have a good snap to that curveball. It went outside. Ball 4 there.
Shane Mullen walking Ethan Diamandis with 1 out in the top of the 4th.
Now batting the center fielder, number 25, Spencer Shelton.
Spencer Shelton stepping into the batter's box for the Carleton Ravens.
He lined out to the second baseman in the first to end that inning.
Pickoff attempt from Mullen. He was lucky once. Why not go for it again?
Oh, yeah, for sure. He fooled Liam Jones in the second.
Diamandis still at first. Spencer Shelton awaits the pitch. Diamandis took a step towards second base, but he remains in the area, and he remains at first now. Dalen Corshin on deck for Carleton.
Big lead by Diamandis.
Another one outside. Wind making itself known here as some of the dust from the diamond is starting to kind of raise and blow by as Howie Schwartz
staying active.
Staying active. I'm really believing your theory. He just does it to stay active, and he holds on to some of these balls for himself. Shane Mullen having a little committee meeting with his catcher and Bruce Tejada up at shortstop. The count is still 2-0, 1 out in the top of the 4th. Spencer Shelton.
This Diamandis at first, a very aggressive lead off. See what he does over there.
The 2-0. Check swing from Shelton. Fall for a ball. 3-0 count.
Something like that, Julian. You got to trust yourself, and you know your limits leading off at first or second or third. As long as you know that you can get back to the bag.
The 3-0. Just like that, Shelton will walk to first, and the Ravens now have 2 men on for Dalen Corshin.
Corshin grounded out to the shortstop in the second inning.
First baseman, number 44, Dylan Corshin.
Corshin looks like a tough hombre, Julian. I wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alley. That's for sure. Seems like he can swing the bat as well.
It's a bit of an interesting situation if you're Dalen Corshin.
With the stats, yeah.
From a statistical CCBA standpoint, his name is not listed on the CCBA website his number 44 is, but right next to it, it is literally written no name. Not just the blank space, but the name no name is there. And his statistics are there. 143 batting average, 1 RBI.
Witness protection program, maybe?
I don't think he'd be out here in a tournament like this if this was the case.
I was just joking with Korshen. Hopefully his family's listening. That was just a joke.
Gotta be careful with these things, Aki. But no, Dalen Korshen seems as if he's the relative unknown on this Carleton staff. He's spent time at first base whenever he's been in the game. Has the size, obviously. But from a statistical standpoint, hasn't necessarily been the heavy hitter like a Manny Restrepo or Ryan Burnside.
He's definitely taking this this pitch. Look at his stance. He's taking her. Oh,
and a walk to Korshen. So 3 men on base for Carleton. And here comes Liam Jones for the Ravens.
Yeah, we finally got some fireworks here. Liam Jones, his base running mistake at first.
Now batting.
That's on your mind, and you want to do something for the team after
second baseman
making a mistake. We got a pinch runner here too.
Number 30, Liam Jones.
Liam Jones at bat now, but yes, you are right. Dalen Korshen pulled from the game.
So Graham O'Donnell.
Graham O'Donnell coming into the game as a pinch runner here in the top of the 4th.
Graham O'Donnell.
An interesting situation developing now as the Concordia Stingers continue to meet on the mound. I believe a coach went out to meet with Mullen.
Pitch running for Carleton, number 4, Graham O'Donnell.
So here we go. Bases loaded. Liam Jones walked in the second, picked off at first. Let's see if redemption is sweet for Jones.
Takes ball 1. Waiting the next pitch from Mullen as Carleton in a situation where they can cash in some runs with the bases loaded. A strike thrown by Mullen.
We got some movement over in the bullpen too as well for Concordia. Looks like there's a couple guys going down the line there, Julian.
It looks like there's some activity taking place. Curious to see what Concordia may do depending on how this inning plays out. Still 1 out, 2-1 count. Thrown outside. 3-1 count. Giuliano Leggio thought about throwing a second.
Yeah, Mullins kind of lost himself here after getting a quick out by Burnside. He's walked the last 3 batters, and he's in trouble here now. 3-1 count.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. It's a full count for Liam Jones. The full count pitch. It's a dribbler over to shortstop. Starts to second, then back to first. A double play.
Wow.
By the Stingers. Unbelievable play to get out of that jam. And we are still scoreless entering the bottom of the 4th.
Wow. It looked like Mullen was in trouble to Jones there. 3-1 count. Battled back, got the ground ball. We're still tied at 0.
We'll be right back after this. Bottom of the 4th here. Concordia taking on Carleton. Substitution has been made in the infield for the Ravens as Ty Burnside, who hit a home run yesterday,
shortstop,
is playing at first base.
13,
So you remember Dalen Korshen was originally at first, and he was taken out of the game for Graham O'Donnell as a pinch runner. Now O'Donnell's been replaced by Ty Burnside.
Yeah, they probably wanted to see what Korshen can do with a couple at-bats. Burnside had a great game yesterday, so he's in there for the long haul. The rest of the game, I believe.
Bruce Tejada fouls the 1-0 pitch from Alex Lajeunesse.
Bruce popped up to the first baseman in the first inning. So he's 0 for 1.
Lajeunesse, 6 strikeouts for the right-hander.
Nice pitch.
Looked close. 2-1 count. He's certainly been dealing.
Yeah, he's in and around the strike zone. That's all you really want as a coach.
That ball hit over to Restrepo, makes the play to first.
Semi-Christmas hop there, Julian.
Almost at chest level. Stefan Brady.
Now batting the first baseman, number 19.
Up next for
Stefan
Concordia.
Brady.
Brady struck out looking in the first inning. Lajeunesse just going through the motions. He's in control of this game.
He's dialed in and he is focused for the Ravens today. Couldn't come at a better time as they obviously need these wins to go through in the tournament.
You know, you and I both like these wild games, but it's also nice to see a good old-fashioned pitching duel. And Mullen had a little bit of trouble last inning, but
That ball hit up into center field, and that's caught. Stefan Brady up in the, hit that one deep into center. He's easily snagged by
Now batting the
center
number
fielder,
21,
Spencer
Giuliano Leggio.
Giuliano Leggio up at bat next for the Stingers.
Reggio 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the second inning.
One-0 count to Leggio. Pops this one up in the air. Will land foul.
Yeah, right straight back. Probably would have hit Buffy. It parked her right behind the press box. Moved it. Sure it was going to get hit.
Buffy, by the way, is Mike Augustine's car. And I believe, I know that's been a concern for people parking here. You know, they're trying, I've seen, I've been coming here with a friend of mine who lives around here in the area, going to school at UNB, and he's concerned about where to park his car around the field
As far
to
away
avoid being hit.
as far away as possible is my go-to.
Absolutely. We've seen quite a few foul balls, either coming along the third base foul line or the first base foul line. They not only do they land on the foul line, they go out of play completely as the walk is given to Giuliano Leggio. They go out of play completely.
Yeah.
And these balls are never seen from again. So it's totally possible before this tournament ends, we may hear someone's car alarm go off as a result of
number 40.
Oh, this park
being hit.
It's a comfy ballpark. There's not much. Once you hit a foul ball, the ball goes into the woods or down into the river over at Buzzards Field.
Strike one thrown by Lajeunesse on David Fontaine. This park is over 100 years old. Royals Field started off as a cow pasture, but it's seen some great moments in its history as Lajeunesse looks to first.
Yeah, along with Ironman Field and Chatham, both parks are legendary.
Strike thrown by Lajeunesse. One notable story about this ballpark, it hosted the Cuban national team in the 1970s. They were touring through Atlantic Canada and had a game against the Fredericton All-Stars. The Cuban national team had been beating teams by about 20 runs. They were basically routing through teams. But the All-Stars from Fredericton only lost that game 1-0. Scott Harvey pitched in that game. He had a cup of coffee with a couple major league teams. And a strikeout thrown by Lajeunesse. The side done again. No runs between these two sides as we enter the top of the 5th here on Bell TV 1. Top of the 5th here at Royals Field in the community of Marysville in Fredericton, New Brunswick. We're on Baseball Hill.
Yes,
it's a big deal to people here in this community.
Oh yeah, anyone from Marysville, they still call the Fredericton Royals the Marysville Royals. So.
Leading off for the Carleton Ravens.
Something like that.
The top of the 5th inning.
This is
21.
Years and
John
years of championships.
Calivas.
Fredericton Royals.
A new pitcher in the game for the Concordia Stingers, Justin Benoit. Mostly comes in relief. He's picked up a win this year. An ERA of 0 for the left-handed reliever as he goes toe-to-toe with John Calivas. That ball hit foul behind home plate.
Just laughing about the foul balls going straight back.
Especially these ones that come straight back. You know, I'd think that they'd land on the mesh and maybe slide down, but we've seen quite a few who kind of go up that way, and they just leave the park and go straight over the broadcast booth.
Yeah, the old backstop. I got one baseball in here, and that was it. So I don't think we'll ever see one over here unless something crazy happens.
Stranger things have happened. The 1-2 from Benoit took a little bit of a dip and went inside, and it's 2-2.
Cleve's 0 for 1. He grounded out to the shortstop in the 2nd inning.
The 2-2. Outside, ball 3. The full count. The pitch. Calivas hits one into the air. In the infield, Macario's trying to get under it. Gets it. 1 out in the 5th.
Macarios took an interesting route to that ball, but he headed all the way. That wind's swirling, but it's not as crazy as yesterday.
Jordan Harcourt at bat for the Ravens with 1 out here in the top of the 5th.
Now batting left fielder number 34, Jordan Harcourt.
Struck out looking in the 3rd. He's 0 for 1.
The ball going off the mesh right in front of the broadcast booth. It's just my natural instinct just to move out the way just in case.
Like I said yesterday, my biceps, both of them, will block the ball for you.
Well, the problem was in that instance, that ball was coming straight at me, and you're to the left of me here. We know the viewers can't see it, so unless your biceps are that huge, I'm not sure if you can stretch it that far out to block the ball where it came from.
There's only one way to find out.
I think Mark Sibley's biceps, or whatever biceps he may have, those would have been a little closer.
Sib's got a little power over there in the corner, that's for sure.
Mark Sibley, the Royals Field Stadium announcer, shares the space with us as he also operates the scoreboard.
You know what? Shout out to Sibley. He's doing a hell of a job over there. He's a wonderful man.
Don't give him too many compliments.
I know.
Gas his ego up. 3-1 count.
The heart, the size of all outdoors. That's for sure.
I thought that was just his gut.
Oh my goodness. We are live.
It's all love with Mr. Sibley. 3-2 count.
I don't know if
for Jordan Harcourt.
I don't know if Sib's going to talk to you the rest of the tournament now.
He knows it's all jokes. It's fine. Justin Benoit still dealing here on the full count pitch.
Nice pitch.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Justin Benoit gets a strikeout on Harcourt.
Nice job by Benoit coming in here in relief, getting 2 outs. Right back to the top of the lineup here with Restrepo. He's 0 for 2.
Now batting the shortstop, number 17, Manny Restrepo.
Quiet day for the shortstop. Came into the tournament as one of the Ravens' better players offensively, stealing bases, and he has the team lead in stolen bases with 19, the best batting average on the team. But he's been quiet today against the Stingers.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about baseball. You can fail 8 times out of 10, but those 2 times that you actually get a hit, that's, you're doing well. The 200 batting average.
I think
Okay.
I think Sibley's still trying to talk trash
Oh yes, for sure.
with the gut joke. He didn't take too kindly to that.
Well, he's hitting home over here with me, so I gotta be on point the rest of the game because he's gonna be yelling at me the rest of the game. But any mistakes I make,
Speaking of which, the umpire flashing the 1-1 count on for the scoreboard. Restrepo hitting one foul, 1-2.
we're having a great time up here, and I told you even before we met that we're gonna have lots of fun up here in the booth, and it's fun. I love the game of baseball, and it's been a great tournament so far, and I can't wait for the more games and getting into tiebreakers or the crossovers. It's gonna be a lot of fun on the weekend.
2 more games to play after this one as Benoit delivers a pitch that's hit into right field by Manny Restrepo. He gets his first hit of the afternoon. We'll try to ease up on the number of trips, but there will be more games this afternoon. Dalhousie and Acadia play at 4. And UNB Carleton play at 7 o'clock. And yes, Saturday, we'll have 2 games in the day, but there will be a chance of tiebreaker games.
Now batting the third baseman, number 11.
Let's see what Restrepo
Mike
does here
Heffer.
at first, Julian. Leadoff guy, lots of speed.
Justin Benoit trying for the pickoff attempt at first.
Tell me this, is that his best pickoff move to first base? We'll see.
Mike Heffer at bat for the Ravens. 2 outs. No runs have been batted in as of yet. The pitch from Benoit. A little high up, and that's a ball.
Yeah, the little things in baseball. See if Benoit has a good pickoff move to first. You have Restrepo with some speed. Benoit knows that. They've played each other before.
The 1-0 thrown for a strike by Benoit.
Benoit too, he's got Restrepo in the back of his mind. He has to deal with Heffer too, who can hit the ball. So there's a lot of things going through the pitcher's mind here.
I'm sure he doesn't necessarily want to see
There he
Ryan
goes.
Burnside just yet. He's on deck as Restrepo slides into second safely.
Nice job by Restrepo. He timed that beautifully by Benoit.
2-1 count. And that slide was picture perfect.
Oh, great job by Restrepo. It only took him a couple pitches, and he knew what Benoit's all about. I'm sure he's seen him before, obviously, but he's got a big lead at second too, so he's definitely aggressive out there, and why not? Let Benoit know that you're out there.
3-1 count for Mike Heffer. Still 2 outs in the top half of the 5th inning. Restrepo off a stolen base. I mentioned he was dangerous. Leads the team in stolen bases. Safely at second.
Let's see what Tejada does here at short. He's calling off the second baseman. Yeah, there he goes.
It's hit into right
Play at
field.
the plate
just
here,
missing
Julian.
The glove of Brady. We may have a play at the plate here. Let's see. Restrepo is safe at home, and the Ravens score the first run of the game in the 5th inning.
Speed kills, Julian. Restrepo. Wow, just like that, 1-0. Goodness me. Nice shot by
Now
Heffer.
batting the designated
An
hitter.
RBI double
Number 20,
by Mike
Ryan
Heffer. Manny
Burnside.
Restrepo using his speed, beating the tag. And here comes Ryan Burnside, the DH. Still the man on at second, Mike Heffer. The pitch from Benoit. High up. Ball one. Our first run of the game in the books here. Took us about 5 innings to get it.
Yeah, we expected this. A tight game between these two teams. And, well, so far we've seen it. Big lead, too, by Heffer over second. These guys are aggressive on the base paths. That's good to see. Like I said, Benoit, he's got Heffer at second in the back of his mind. He's still got to deal with Burnside.
2-1 count as Carleton looks to be the second team in this tournament to start off with a 2-0 record. Pitch kind of loops outside. 3-1 count.
Let's see if Burnside lets loose here on this 3-1 count.
And a walk given to Ryan Burnside. And now there will be men at first and second. Taking a quick look at the groups here,
19,
the way the format goes in terms of games being played here. 3 teams in each group, Group A and Group B. Dalhousie, Carleton, and McGill all in the same group. That, I mean, considering what we've seen so far, that is a loaded group. Carleton, with a win today, they would be 2-0 alongside McGill, who won against Acadia 15-0 this morning. Ethan Diamandis up at the plate for the Ravens. As Giuliano Leggio will meet with Benoit. But McGill, a 2-0 record. Carleton has a chance at being 2-0 as well, and with Dalhousie meeting with Acadia later this afternoon, we could find ourselves in a situation where Group A could have a 3-way tie for first at the end of the day.
Yeah,
on the flip side, if that goes, UNB, depending on what they do against Carleton, and Acadia and Concordia, we could see no one from that group pick up a win.
Yeah. We'll have to figure, we'll go through the math and all that stuff by the end of tonight and see where everyone stands for the games tomorrow.
Should mention this, Carleton playing later against UNB, they have a chance to be 3-0 at the end of the day. And Acadia, if the cards don't fall their way, they could be 0-3. And a strike thrown, 2-1 count on Diamandis. How do you feel about this format of teams playing against teams in the other group?
Well, it's interesting. I'm pretty sure they did it a couple of years ago as well. It's almost like the top 4 teams make it to the crossovers, is
right.
what I gather from all this. And like I said, we'll see what happens here. We'll get some information and make sure all the viewers out there will understand what's going on by at least Saturday morning.
Strike 2, full count for Ethan Diamandis.
Okay, 3-2. Both runners are moving here.
Runners at first and second. They're both going. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Justin Benoit gets out of the inning. It is 1-0 for the Carleton Ravens off the RBI double from Mike Heffer. He had a home run yesterday. He gets himself an RBI double today. He's been arguably their most productive player to this point. We'll be back after this.
Bottom of the fifth.
Bottom of the fifth inning here. Concordia, Carleton,
Sam Fagan.
Stepping up to the plate for the Stingers. They're down 1-0 against Carleton.
Good idea by Fagan here.
Bunt from Fagan, throw to first.
That's a good idea. Just to get some sort of movement on the base paths. And La Jeunesse was, rolling along here, so Good idea.
Lajeunesse has been rolling around. He gets the out.
Now batting, center fielder,
Off that play.
number 24.
Now the
Frederick
second batter of the
Lalonde.
inning for Concordia, Fredericton Lalonde, steps to the plate. As we've been mentioning throughout this game, Alex Lajeunesse, he has been dealing. Throws a strike on Lalonde.
Lalonde 0 for 1. Flew out to the right fielder in the second inning.
That ball just getting away from Diamandis. 7 strikeouts for Lajeunesse today.
There's Howie again doing work. You got to give him some sort of medal or something.
I feel like he doesn't need him. I feel like he secretly has this like stash of just baseballs he's retrieved from these games. And that ball hit foul. Hopefully you do not have a car in the parking lot because it looks as if that ball will start to bounce there. Along the first base line, that ball went foul, and there's a parking lot just outside of the entrance of Royals Field. There's actually 2 I can think of off the top of my head. One just beyond the third base line, normally where you find the team buses load in, and then there's a smaller parking lot.
Yeah, there's a little mosquito diamond down the first base line.
That ball going
Billy
off the
Buzzard
mesh.
Saunders Field. Buzzard's been up in the booth a couple times. Shout out to Buzzy. I'm sure he's listening or watching at home, or he might even be here. God knows.
Buzzy is in Bill Saunders, you mean?
Yes, sir.
Bill Saunders, one of the numbers retired here as the ball is hit into right field. A single for Fredericton Lalonde.
Yeah, he has his jersey
Now
retired
batting,
out there in right center field.
right fielder, number
One of
34.
the 3 numbers
Chandler
retired
Philippa.
here in
Right fielder,
at the center field
Philippa.
wall. Along the ads along the wall, we have Chris McPherson, 17, 18 Billy Saunders, and Scott Harvey, who pitched in that game for the Fredericton All-Stars against the Cuban national team in the 1970s, is number 33 along the far side. Another foul. 2-2 count.
Actually, I think it's the ball's in 1 strike, to be honest with you.
Sorry, for a moment I just looked up there and I saw that. That's my mistake. Another strike for Lajeunesse. Man at first, 0-2 count. Pitch way outside, but Diamandis got up in position to throw to first.
Yeah, Lalonde had a fake run to second there just to keep everyone on their toes.
Another low one from Lajeunesse.
Philippa 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
That one hit into right field. It's foul. Count is still 2-2. Only 1 run scored between these two sides, and RBI double from Mike Heffer in the top half of the 5th inning has made it 1-0 for the Carleton Ravens.
Nice pitch by Lajeunesse there. And a daring Philippas to swing.
Full count for Philippas. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Man on at first. Back pickoff attempt. Safe.
I got excited there. I yelled back there. I felt like I was in the dugout with the boys.
Throw to first again. Gets him this time, and that's another out.
Wow.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. And in the case of Fredericton Lalonde, he doesn't get back to the first base bag on time.
out.
It's now 2 outs.
Well, in that case, Lalonde, he didn't really have a big lead, so he's got to be on his toes.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and just like that, Alex Lajeunesse continues to roll for Carleton, getting the strikeout to end the inning.
Wow, just a change of events just like that in 3 seconds felt like.
1-0 as we enter the
For
top of the
Concordia
6th.
in the bottom of the 5th.
Top of the 6th inning
Number
here
25,
from Royals
Spencer
Field in Fredericton, New
Shelton.
Brunswick. It's been a great week for baseball here at the 2017 CCBA National Championships. Julian McKenzie, Mike Augustine here with you in the broadcast booth just behind home plate. Justin Benoit still in the game for the Concordia Stingers.
Shelton 0 for 1. He walked in the 4th inning, got stranded at second. Interesting play there by Shelton to have a running, swinging bunt kind of deal there.
Spencer Shelton in at bat. He showed bunt on that first attempt. An 0-1 count. The next pitch from Benoit. Loops outside. Ball 1. The first of 2 games for the Carleton Ravens this afternoon. They play later tonight, 7 p.m. start against the University of New Brunswick Cougars. Shelton gets a piece of it. It's snagged by Stephon Brady. He'll throw it right to Benoit and will get the tag out at first.
Yeah, good job by Benoit getting over there to first base. Something you kind of go over early on in the season with the pitchers, and he did a good job there.
Next at bat for the Carleton Ravens.
Ty Burnside.
Now batting,
Ty Burnside
first
coming into the
baseman,
game. He
number
gets his
24,
crack
Ty
at bat.
Burnside.
His first at bat of the day. He was 1 for 3 yesterday with a home run and 2 RBIs.
He's in the game for Graham O'Donnell, who came in for Dalen Corshen. He and brother Ryan both hit home runs against Acadia yesterday in the same inning. And we see another change has been made as Bryce McCray now is in the on-deck circle. And he's in the spot that would normally be in for Liam Jones. So Carleton realizing that, time's of the essence, and they want to get some of their better bats out now. Hit along the third base line. Throw to first by Macarios. 2 outs. And here comes Bryce McCray.
Wait now, hold on. He's sent back.
Look, he's sent back here. We saw that he was out.
But,
Looked as if he was hanging in the on-deck area, so it looked as if he would be the next person out.
yeah, we got Brendan Hale coming up here.
So instead of Bryce
Pitching
McCray,
in for
who
Carleton.
was in the on-deck circle as
Number
next up,
28,
Brendan Hale
Hale.
is the next batter up for the Carleton Ravens. So he takes the spot of Liam Jones.
Yeah, I already wrote in Bryce McCray in my scorebook.
That's my bet on that one. But you did see it from our
Oh,
vantage
yeah,
point.
for
He
sure,
was in
yeah.
the on-deck circle taking warm-up, and it looked as if he was going to be the very next one up. For all we know, that could have been a ruse more intended for the Concordia Stingers for them to prepare for as that ball's hit foul.
Well, you never know, really. Could have been.
Or just him hanging out.
Yeah, it could have been if Burnside got on or something like that. Maybe McCray can wield the bat a bit better than Hale. Maybe they wanted to do a bunt or a hit and run there. There's always different scenarios that the coaches look for.
Strike on Brendan Hale. Batting .212 during this season. 8 RBI, 11 hits. Pitch from Benoit.
Nice pitch.
Gets him looking. And that will do it for the top half of the 6th. Still 1-0 for the Ravens. And the Concordia Stingers still in this game. They're still trying to get some runs of their own. They're hanging in tight here on the Bell TV 1 webcast. Bottom of the 6th here, action from the Royals Field in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Julian McKenzie, Mike Augustine here with you, broadcasting the second of 4 games at this ballpark, happening today during the CCBA National Baseball Championships. Michael Macarios at bat. A substitution has been made as Pierre Loiseau will play at second base. Macarios hits this one into shallow center, and it is snagged by Restrepo.
Yeah, it seems that Loiseau is the defensive replacement late in innings. He's definitely good with the glove. We saw a couple nice plays by him yesterday. He's pretty swifty with the
now batting the second baseman, number 30, Kyle Hazel.
Kyle Hazel coming up to bat for the Concordia Stingers. 1 out. A ball thrown by Lajeunesse, who has been stellar today. 8 strikeouts for the right-hander. Throws one on a little outside. He holds the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Julian, 8 Ks from my scorebook, only 2 hits. So, yeah, he's dealing.
A 2-hitter in the process for the Concord, New Hampshire native. The Rookie of the Year for the team last year. But he walks Kyle Hazel.
Now batting the shortstop, number 13.
Bruce Tejada at shortstop. He's had pretty much a solid day defensively. Made some plays in the infield, and with an out at the bottom of the 6th, he has a man on. He has an opportunity to contribute offensively.
Yeah, see what Concordia does here with Hazel at first. It's leadoff hitter. I'm sure he has some speed. Tejada can swing the bat. Might see some action here, whether it be a hit and run, stolen base.
If Tejada gets on base, he leads the team in stolen bases, so he'll be someone to look out for the Ravens. Lajeunesse with the delivery. High up a ball. Thrown to Tejada. Kyle Hazel still at first. The pitch. A little high up. Looking for Tejada. He moves his head just in time. This hasn't happened all that much often in this game. Ethan Diamandis meeting with Lajeunesse, giving him the pat on the back before he returns to his position behind home plate.
Ethan must have saw something in his delivery that he didn't like, and he just wanted to tell him, loosen your arm angle's off, or something that he saw that he didn't like. So just wanted to take a time to tell him.
Pickoff attempt at first. Another one from Lajeunesse. That's the second time that's happened, and Kyle Hazel can't believe it. Here comes Howie Schwartz meeting with the first base umpire, and the Concordia Stingers are not happy about that. 2 outs. Kyle Hazel,
wow,
not happy. Couldn't believe that happened.
You don't see that too much in a game, is 2 pickoffs, especially by a right-hander. I'm sure Howie's not happy with that, but
oh, he ran right out to debate that with the first base umpire.
Wow.
The wind has also been a major theme in this tournament, as blowing right now.
Yeah.
Not only just the dust for the players being raised up here, but for the broadcast booth as well. We don't have a window in here, so the wind just comes in here, and a lot of the notes, lineup cards, they get kind of swept around. Glasses, a lot of these stuff here that's just
flip phones, glasses,
just hanging around that will get blown around. So you will hear the flap, flap, flap of the sheets. 3-1 now is the count. Lajeunesse throws a pitch. That ball goes right off his glove. Loiseau throws to first, and that's going to do it for the 6th inning. We go to the top of the 7th. The Ravens still holding on to a 1-0 lead. Concordia with at least one more at-bat to try to tie and either extend or perhaps get a victory here on the Bell TV1 webcast. We'll be right back after this.
Leading off for Carleton, the top of the 7th. The right
top of the
fielder,
7th inning here
John
from Royals Field, Julian McKenzie, Mike Augustine. It's been a close one here. We've seen a lot of runs scored in these last few games, and we have our first 1-0 game of the tournament as the Carleton Ravens get their 1 run in the 5th, and they've been able to hold on to that for the last little while. It's Justin Benoit continuing to pitch for Concordia in the 7th inning. That ball hit into left field foul. An 0-2 count.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time before we seen one of these games, Julian. La Jeunesse has just been dynamite on the mound, and Benoit's come in here in relief from Shane Mullen, and he's done a good job as well.
That pitch low in the dirt. It'll be a ball 1. We've seen both pitchers, both teams with their pitchers sent out, doing their job to hold the fort and limit the damage, the potential damage that could have been said here. It's still 1-0 off an RBI double from Mike Heffer. That ball going off the bat of John Kalivas behind home plate, a foul ball. Still 1-2 on the count.
We do have some activity in the Ravens bullpen down the line, so we'll see what happens here. If La Jeunesse goes in for the 7th, I'm sure he will. If he does get into trouble, he has some backup.
2-2 count. A situation like this, it is good, just in case, to have someone warm up.
Oh, warm and ready, just in case something happens.
But I'd be very surprised if La Jeunesse didn't come out for the 7th. He's pitched a gem for the Ravens this afternoon. The 2-2 from Benoit. Another one hit foul by John Kalivas. Kalivas awaiting the pitch from Benoit. The 2-2. Way outside, it'll be a full count now.
But Benoit lost his grip on that curveball.
The 3-2. And he walks John Kalivas. Jordan Harcourt returning to the batter's box. Another opportunity.
So we got a pinch runner here, Julian.
It does look like it. Looks like Ty Greschuk will step in for John Kalivas.
Ty Greschuk.
Greschuk, 7 stolen bases.
Yeah, so we are going to have some action here in the base paths. See what happens. None out. You got Harcourt, who's number 9 hitter.
Left fielder number 34, Jordan
It's tough to say if he's going to bunt here, but Greschuk's got some speed for sure, like he said, with the 7 stolen bases in the regular season. So we'll see something here.
That ball popped up off the bunt. Well out of the reach of Giuliano Leggio. Tried to see if he could run it down and get the out.
Yeah, nice job by Leggio to pick up that ball early. He was close.
Still 0-1 on the count. Carleton looking to add to their lead. They're up 1-0. But perhaps that lead isn't sufficient for them.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a sack bunt right here. Got him.
Look at that. Wow. Greschuk just darted to second, and it looked as if he was going to get gunned down, but the throw from Stefan Brady not in time at second, and a stolen base for Ty Greschuk, who's come in as a pinch runner for John Kalivas.
Wow, just like that. Brady hesitated, and Greschuk with his speed
They called it a balk instead.
Oh, they did?
They allowed the runner to
Okay.
go to second. Looked as if they were going to give him the stolen base, but they called it a balk. But they may try the pickoff. They don't. On a ball thrown. The Stingers sure looked in the infield as if they were preparing themselves for the pickoff at second as Greschuk a couple feet away from the bag.
Greschuk has a healthy lead at second base.
He holds that throw to second, trying to keep Greschuk on his toes.
Once again, the game inside the game. Making sure Greschuk stays close to second base.
Harcourt was showing bunt on that at bat.
We might see a bunt to get Greschuk over to third base here. Just a small ball. We haven't seen much of it this tournament because of the games have been so crazy, but especially at this time of the game, small ball plays a big part in a 1-0 game.
Two teams who have used the long ball for their offense. Neither of them have needed the long ball today. A bunt off the bat of Jordan Harcourt goes foul once more.
Yeah, Harcourt. Now Harcourt, he's got to put the ball in play now after 2 failed bunt attempts. So in his mind, he's got to put the ball in play. The best thing would be something to right field to get
Pitch from Benoit, a little high up in the air.
Sorry, to get Greschuk over to third. So we'll see what happens here. This is stuff like this I really enjoy watching.
Full count for Harcourt. No outs. Man at second. Pitch. That ball hit into left field, going towards the wall, and it is caught at the wall. But the runner going to third from Carleton. Ty Greschuk taking advantage of the extra base, but perhaps if the wind was a little different like yesterday where we saw a lot of home runs, that could have been a 2-run shot.
Yeah, for sure. Great job by Harcourt after the 2 failed bunt attempts. He had, like I said, he had to put something in play, and he did. And he got Greschuk over to third base, so good job by Harcourt there after a couple of botched bunt attempts.
Here comes Manny Restrepo with 1 out. He's scored the only run so far. And he has Ty Greschuk at third. An opportunity for the Ravens to cash in a second run.
Infield's in too here, Julian.
That ball's popped up, still in play. Leggio runs under it, catches it. 2 outs.
Wow. Wow, Julian. Looks like Restrepo was he was a little too anxious. And he swung at a high one there and popped up. So now the infield can play back now with 2 outs. So, wow. 1 pitch and things have changed.
Meeting in the mound, Giuliano Leggio trotted it up there to meet with his pitcher, and the infield is coming as well. He was fired up after he made that grab.
He was. Yeah, that was a big pitch by Benoit.
Mike Heffer, he hit the RBI double that brought home Manny Restrepo.
This would be a big confidence boost if Concordia can get out of here with leaving Greschuk at third base.
Ball ended up going low, and it'll be a 1-1 count. 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Concordia still trying to give itself a fighting chance at possibly tying or winning this game in the bottom of the 7th or extra innings. We have yet to see an extra inning game at this tournament. Another ball thrown.
Heffer's going to Definitely look for a pitch to hit here, something in his zone.
2-1 count. Ball going inside. It'll be 3-1 now.
Okay, we always talk about the 3-1 count as a hitter's count. And we know Heffer's a hitter. He's showed that so far this tournament. Let's see if he's got one he can drive.
Had a home run yesterday against Acadia and an RBI double today. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, full count.
Seemed like he was undecided there on that swing. Wanted to take it, he wanted to swing it, get it. He only have a split second to decide, so
Full count pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to do it for the top half of the 7th. Another strikeout for Benoit. The Concordia Stingers, they're amped up. They've shown some life, and they have one more chance at extending this game as we enter the bottom half of the 7th inning. The Concordia Stingers leading off this inning with Stefan Brady.
Their first baseman, number 19, that's Stephen Brady.
Substitution made by the Ravens defense. Kevin Park playing out in right field. And Alex Lajeunesse throws a ball, his first pitch to Stefan Brady in this inning. The Ravens holding on to that 1-0 lead. Another one outside.
yeah,
Or inside, I should say.
Concordia boys are fired up on the bench just to make sure Brady's got all his boys behind him.
A strike thrown by Lajeunesse. The Concordia Stingers, after that top half of the inning, you know, they got themselves pumped up. They met just around their dugout. They tried to get themselves going, and they're totally in full voice. 3-1 count for Lajeunesse, who otherwise has been magnificent for Carleton, holding this 1-0 lead.
That's out of play, Julian.
That ball going for a foul. It lands in the stands. A nice souvenir for a fan, actually.
It's over by the bus drivers.
Before it's thrown right back to manager Howie Schwartz.
Howie got her, no matter what.
These balls always go back to Howie. Full count for Lajeunesse. Straight swing and a miss. Strikeout by Lajeunesse.
I wish we had a gun on that one, Julian.
Some fire on that pitch.
That might have been the hardest fastball he's thrown all day.
Wow. You can hear the ball just pound the glove of Ethan Diamandis. Concordia already with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Laj has been great for Carleton, getting the strikeout to open this inning. He gets a strike there, 1-1 count.
Yeah, there's certain times in the game, especially in the 7th, where you can rear back and have a little extra juice on the fastball, and he definitely did there.
2-1 count. It's Giuliano Leggio. The catcher gets a piece of it. It goes over to the shortstop. Misses the first base bag. Manny Restrepo tried to make the play. Throw it to first. Well out of the reach of the first baseman. And the Stingers have a man on in the bottom of the 7th. That could be huge.
Yes.
Now
in this inning.
Fielder number 40,
E6, nice job by Restrepo to get to the ball. And he rushed the throw. That's for sure. We got a pinch runner here for
Zane Monk has entered the game for Giuliano Leggio.
Pinch running for
Pinch running.
Concordia.
In an instance like this, Concordia could use some speed on the base path, and Monk, a small guy, but he's a quick little zipper.
Yeah, Monk's going to definitely, any way he can, get to second base.
He's already looking towards second. Diamandis made the look to first.
Fontaine 1 for 2 with a double in the 2nd inning.
Lajeunesse, the 1-0 pitch. Low on the ground, 2-0. 2-0 count. Lajeunesse, the pitch. Throws a strike. Tighten inside, and David Fontaine shakes his head as he steps away from the batter's box. He doesn't seem too pleased about that. 2-1. Zane Monk still at first. Pinch running for Giuliano Leggio, who gone on first base on E6. There goes Monk. He goes to second. Foul ball called. And he'll have to go back to first.
Boys, Monk, his first 2 steps off the bag. You're right, he's a quick little zipper. So
this is his first appearance of the tournament. What a time and what a place to make your first appearance.
Yeah.
On the bottom of the 7th, game on the line. Throw to first. Monk gets back to the bag in time. Lajeunesse has made 2 successful pickoff attempts at first today.
Like we said earlier, Julian, it's nice to have guys, depth guys like this. Umpires warning Concordia. There's a strike, complaining over the balls and strikes, I think. But like I said, it's nice to have guys with depth. You need a couple guys with some speed on the bench, that's for sure.
2-2 pitch. That ball goes to Lajeunesse. Throw to second. Can they complete the double play? They do! The Ravens hold on and win it 1-0.
Wow. Wow, what a play. Just like that. Ravens, 2-0.
The 1-4-3 double play ends the game for the Ravens. They hold on to get their 2nd victory at Nationals, while the Concordia Stingers, once again, another heartbreaking loss for them. They play McGill close, and a 2nd close game for the Maroon and Gold. They get the man on base in the bottom of the 7th, but a double play does them in. 7 innings.
Well, we can both agree, player of the game, Alex Lajeunesse. Great job by him. He, I believe it was a 2-hitter with 9 Ks here. Let me just count here quickly. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 9 Ks.
9 Ks.
2 hits.
In
wow.
7 innings of shutout ball for the New Hampshire native. He gets the job done and secures the victory for the Ravens.
Yeah, great job by him.
The Ravens move to 2-0. Concordia will fall to 0-2.
And we remember early on in the game we said Lajeunesse hasn't pitched since September 20th. So good for him to get out after being injured, and he's definitely back healthy.
CCBA President George Regakos takes to the mound, holding the Player of the Game trophy.
Presentation of the B45 Player of the Game by CCBA President Mr. George Regakos. The Player of the Game from the Carleton Ravens, number 16, Alex Lajeunesse.
Well-deserved honor for the pitcher. Gets the job done as he receives the Player of the Game trophy from President George Regakos. On behalf of our broadcast crew and Mike Augustine, my name is Julian McKenzie, saying so long and stay tuned for Game 3 of 4 here on Day 2 of the CCBA National Baseball Championships. Dalhousie taking on Acadia. The Axemen playing their 2nd game of the afternoon. Carleton will return to the baseball diamond at